It's Sunday evening, October 11th. I'm doing my weekend analysis, trying to set up my week. Hello, traders. Let's see if we can find some trades together. This is a chart of the SPY. It's a daily chart. We have an inverted head and shoulders pattern. And you can see right here is the first shoulder, there's the head, and there's the second shoulder, and the market has rallied up and through what we call the neckline. That is a bullish formation. I love the test of the 100-day moving average and a bounce right off of it. Never even came back to retest the 100-day moving average. That tells me that buyers are in control. We had some negative rhetoric on the stimulus bill between both parties this week. I did an early video Tuesday night hoping to capture a little bit of a pullback and get some spreads done. Unfortunately, by the open Wednesday morning, the market had continued to rally, and we missed that opportunity, but we're going to try and get a trade off tonight. So you can see that neckline, significant breakout to the upside. I believe that we could challenge the all-time high. Typically, the market bid stays very strong heading into earnings season, and banks are going to be reporting earnings this week. They dominate the early scene. We won't get into the tech issues until the latter part of next week. So yes, earnings season will start this week, but it really won't be in high gear for another 10 days or so. I like this formation. I'm still very bullish, so we're going to try and find some bullish stocks that we can trade. If you're an Option Stalker subscriber, you have lots of great searches that you can use for your swing trades using end of day analysis. My favorite is Pop Bull. Here are some picks on Pop Bull, some really great looking stocks. I'll go right to LOW. I love this pattern here. We've got a compression, nice little rally up in here. We're getting through that horizontal resistance point on heavy volume. I think LOW continues to move higher. I'm going to take a look at a custom search that I will put together. It's earnings season, so I like to use a search that helps me identify stocks that have a history of rallying into earnings announcements. So that'll be one of the criteria that I use. First of all, I want to pick stocks that have good option liquidity. So I'm going to choose a value of 0 or higher. And then I'm also going to be looking for stocks that have weekly options. I'd also want to have relative strength on a daily basis and on a 4-hour basis, also very important to me. Now, pre-earnings bull means that the stock has rallied more than 75% of the time over the course of the last 3 years when it gets inside that 2-week window. But I'm going to continue to look further out as well. So I don't care that the stock necessarily reports within that 2-week window right now. I just want to know that it has that positive bias going into the earnings announcement. And I'm going to move this out to the 26th of October because I don't want to be stumbling over earnings over the course of the next week or two in this particular search. I'm hoping to maybe have a trade on where I've got a couple of expirations that I can pick from. And in terms of when the company might actually announce, we're going to go out toward the end of November, give ourselves lots of possible search results, and then let's see what we've got. Got actually quite a few candidates in here that might work out very well. I can click through all of these and I see a couple that are of interest to me, but I'm also going to put ADX. I'd like to see ADX pretty strong in the last few days. And so if ADX is bullish on a 30-minute basis, that should show me stocks that are rallying pretty well in the last few days. And this is a nice manageable list to be able to click through. So we know that these stocks have a tendency to move higher. And I'm just going to click on a couple of them. And I'm going to rest on one that I know I'm interested in. Caterpillar, not too bad. Nice little breakout right in here. If you were to sell some bullish put spreads below that breakout, I think that could work out pretty well. Here's the stock that I'm interested in. And I wanted to leave you with one pick tonight. And you can see that DDOG has a full head of steam. We have a really nice breakout right here. I'm going to hover over the high of this candle, and you can see that that high is 98.99. That would now be a support level tested right in here. That low of the day was 98.63. So yes, this is a legitimate support level. Also, if you look at that last long green candle here, About halfway point right here would be somewhere around the $97 level or so. I like this stock. Look at the big volume that you have here. It's had relative strength. It's continuing to march higher. It's been able to hold that nice big gap, which tells me that buyers are still lined up on this stock. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the trade screen here. We'll take a look at the option premiums. We want to sell premium below this horizontal support level right here. So I'm going to go out to, first of all, we need to make sure that we check the earnings date, which is 11/11. So we want to make sure that we stay inside of that earnings announcement date. And also 11/11 would be post election. I don't want to have any trades on during the election results. My fear is that the results aren't known for a week or two and that the market really doesn't deal with that uncertainty well. It's a binary event. I'd rather let the dust settle and be able to trade accordingly so that I'm not caught in positions trying to adjust risk. I'm viewing everything very clearly, very objectively, and identifying opportunities after the election. That's simply my personal preference. So we're going to go in and take a look at the options that expire on October 30th. So that'll be before the election. And we know that I want to go down to that $98 strike price. So we're going to take a look at where these options are currently trading. And we'll click on the 98 puts and we'll click on the, let's go to the 97 puts. And you can see that it is a negative 5 cents bid offered at 40 cents. So 20 cents would be right in the middle of that spread. We've got the S&P futures down about 2 points, so relatively flat open tomorrow morning. I don't want to chase anything right now. I don't feel that I need to. Yes, I like the market. I don't feel the rug's going to get pulled out from underneath us, but I like this spread. This is one that I'd feel very comfortable with if I could get it done tomorrow. So let's recap the trade. October 30th expiration, DOG is the stock. I want to sell the 98 puts. I want to buy the 97 puts. There's $1 between the strike prices. So in this instance, I'd like to get a 20-cent credit. And I'm going to be doing that for the next 3 days. If we can't get filled on this by the close of business Wednesday, cancel the order. That would mean that we're not able to get the trade off and the stock would really have to come in hard for us to get filled on it. And at that point, we may not want to be in the trade. So we're only going to try and work this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then we're going to cancel the order, try and get that 20-cent credit. And I'm going to put that into the staged orders so that those of you who are option stalker members can go right into the staged order entry screen and enter that trade. Now let's take a very quick look at DDOG and see what it did Friday. That might give us some clues on what type of price action we can expect. You can see very, very strong momentum during the course of the day. Great relative strength. We'll put up the SPY chart and you can see that the market was coming in, but the stock was able to maintain those gains. Later in the day, it kind of pulled back and gave some of those gains back. But in general, this stock does tend to have a pretty decent range during the day. And you can see on Thursday, it went from 105 down to about 102 roughly. So a $3 range. If this stock moves $2 lower, I think we're going to get filled on that spread Monday. So let's see if we get a little bit of market weakness Monday morning. The rhetoric over the weekend was not particularly constructive as far as the stimulus bill. I think the market might be getting a little bit anxious about that. I'd love to sell these spreads on weakness. I hate chasing. So that's the trade that we're going to try and get done. Recap on the market. Overall, I love that inverted head and shoulders formation on a daily chart. I like the fact that we bounced off the 100-day moving average right here. I like the fact that we're above the 50-day moving average. I like the fact that we're above this neckline and closed above that on Friday. So as far as the market itself is concerned, it's kind of all systems go right now. I think that there's going to be a very tenuous move higher ahead of the election, but certainly we're through some resistance levels, and I believe those will now become support levels. So I'm not looking for any kind of gangbuster move to blow through the all-time high, but just a gradual tick higher each day. Hopefully we can catch a little bit of a drop tomorrow morning, get the spread off, and have a nice trade that expires in the course of 2 weeks. It'd be a really nice return of 25% for us if it does work. DDOG, nice breakout. Looks like the stock wants to continue to go. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss these videos, because I'll always have some great trade ideas for you. Thank you. Good luck. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.